begin. We are going to begin. All right. What have we been talking about the past few days in class? Mites.
Plants.
Plants. What about plants?
The three main functions. Oh, you want to go again?
Say it again.
The three main functions.
Say it a little louder, guys.
The three main functions of plants.
Okay, so you're saying there's three main functions. What function? Name one function that you know about plants. Roots. What else? Transpiration. I heard transpiration. Leaves through transpiration. I see that both of you connecting with each other. Nearly. What does the stem do?
Transport.
What is it transport?
Nutrients.
Nutrients. Food. What else? Sharp.
Well, we have been learning about bees and how they keep disappearing. We just haven't been learning about plants.
Okay, so we've been learning about plants and bees. I love that you connected that right now with bees. Because be perfect, we have an article from BBC. Anybody has ever heard of BBC? Yes, that's
Yeah.
the news. Yeah, the news where? Do you know where?
England.
In England, right? In the United Kingdom, all right? In Europe, okay? This is not, I've been talking about bees and issues in the United States right now. This is a big global issue. It's happening in Europe. And what we're going to do is actually read a text together and answer questions based off the text. We are going to engage in a closed reading. Who can tell me what a closed reading is from English class? Let's go with Juanisha.
When someone's reading, every time they stop the class, they have to say the next word.
A little louder, sweet. 1 second. We are making sure we're listening to Juanisha.
When someone is reading, when they stop, the class got to say the next word.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to do the first two paragraphs. I'm going to read it out loud. When I stop, to make sure all of you are 100% participating, you want to make sure when I stop, you say the word that comes after. So, let's begin. The title, Honeybee Shortage Threatens Crop Pollination in Europe. Right. A shortage of honeybees means that European farmers are increasingly reliant on wild pollinators. Yes, in more than half of European countries, there are not enough honeybees to pollinate crops, according to new research. Scientists believe that a boom in biofuels has sparked a massive increase in the need for pollination.
I can infer that the dark
Oh my
places
God, I love
have more honeybees than the light places because
That's perfect.
it's probably probably have more pollen, more places
No, we need to do our work because this biology test is either.
So I guess we're gonna have to focus on the white places because it has bees
have low. The honeybees will start to die off more in different places that are high variety of honeybees, high amount of honeybees.
Okay, and where are you pulling that from?
The story, because here it says they're dying off because of pesticides and diseases that we're putting on plants.
Okay,
A lot
and
of them are dying.
what visual data do you have from here to support that?
Most of the places here are in the 25 to 50% range. Of
Exactly.
honeybees.
It's in the 25 to 50% range, meaning that we don't, if nothing is done, this may continue to occur. I love it. So in the inference section, put everything you just said and synthesize those thoughts. All right? Love it. Just finished watching the Lion King clip, okay? And what we're gonna do is actually live out, just like Mufasa said, a real life food chain. So again, where does all energy come from? The sun. The sun. Okay? And Akari, you're gonna be the sun today. Right. Now, for those that did not get to do that, sunlight? You're gonna be my other sunlight. Alright? Polomise? Just hold on. Same thing. Watch your heads right there. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. So here we have sunlight. Sorry, Karen. Alright. Now, what absorbs that sunlight first? Is it us?
Plant.
Why plants, Kendra?
Photosynthesis.
You're gonna be one plant for me, okay? One plant, alright? What kind of plants do you know? Have you seen? When you walk on. Venus flytrap, you remember that one? What is that one? Yes. The one that what? When it's something sticks to it and it shuts, right? It has sensors. Yes. Say it again.
It touches a hair or a nerve or a sensitive spot.
Excellent.
They get like 10
Alright.
seconds, and if you touch it again, it's gonna stop it.
Alright, excellent. Now what do you think eats plants? What do we have? We could use somebody different that had not gone before.
Ooh.
Alright, we have goats, herbivores. What are some examples that you guys have on some of your desks? That eat some kind of herbs. Grasshopper, let's do it. Ready? Catch.
You don't know right.
Ready? Alright, pull through, pull through, pull through. Pull it harder. Watch Karen. Poor Karen. Alright, so we have here now, we have a grasshopper. What do you guys think eats a grasshopper? Now I want us to think about what Mufasa said. He mentioned, just like Raheem, about family, and he mentioned about the cycle. Kendra, summarize what's going on in the classroom right now.
After they died,
What's they?
like the animals.
Okay.
After they died, their body decomposed back into the soil.
Okay.
And return the nutrients back, and then something else come and eat it, and like the cycle keep going.
And the cycle keeps going. Just like we saw in the Lion King video, our lives don't only consist of us. From the Lion King's perspective, from Mufasa, it's not just about lions. He said it perfectly. We are all in balance with one another. We all help each other out. In science, we call this an ecosystem. Eco. When I hear the word eco, what do I think about?
The world green.
Kind of like the world, the environment. And when I hear bio, what do I think about? Life, right? So an ecosystem is how life interacts. I can tell you that an ecosystem consists of living and non-living things. But that's not just the point. It's how these living things and non-living things interact and come together, all right, and connect. All right, so we have these pictures here. If I tell you that this is an ecosystem, tell me why all this in here is an ecosystem. Let's say, what do you think? What came right to your mind? All right, I'm gonna give you a few seconds to consider your thoughts, and everybody else, you can think for a second. I want you to really observe this picture and think about what inside of it makes it an ecosystem.
Life.
Okay, you see some forms of life, such as what?
Animals.
So you see animals. What else do you see, Karama?
Like environments and like community around us, and like that makes us like whole.
Okay, so you're saying populations, communities interact, all these animals like Latavia, so both of you are perfect adding on to one another. Kendra, what else?
Like different levels that make it like makes up the ecosystem.
Question number one, let's do whiteboard. Number one, what type of consumer is this? What type of consumer is this? Hint, hint, look at the image and what it is eating. You have about 12 seconds. 10. Hide your boys. Make sure you hide your boys. Yep. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay.
right.
3, 2,
Now spell it.
lift the boards up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Face it. Face me. Face me. 100% all herbivores. Somebody tell me why, based off this image, it is an herbivore. Latavia.
Because they eat plants. They eat grass.
They eat plants, grass. Are they able to eat meat?
No.
No. Out of this food web, which organism here has the most energy? And tell me, between the goat and the jackal, what is the relationship between the two? What is the relationship between the goat and the jackal? So write number 1 on your board for number 1. Okay, and then number 2, write your answer there. You guys have about 45 seconds to a minute for this one. Oh, already people are done. I'm going to give you less time. You guys are killing it.
It's a relationship between
Tree, and then the second one, and then they're talking about the goat and the jackal. Basically, relationship is you got the jackals eating the goats next to it's keeping the cycle. The jackal eats.
All right, so what do you think about for eat?
How
Very
does
important.
food web relate to our anchoring phenomena of the decline in honeybees in the United States?
So how do you think food webs have to do with what we've been talking about, honeybees?
It would be a decline in all the food sources.
Why?
Because there won't be no the producers will stop producing off.
Right. Why do you guys think there would be a decline in producers if there are no honeybees?
Because they ain't gonna be able to spread the pollen.
Okay. So what do you guys? What is that called? What's spreading of pollen?
Pollination.
Pollination, right? So when you have these bees that are declining, the effect is you're gonna have less producers. And what do you think, Charles? if I have less of these producers, what's the impact on the rest of the ecosystem?
All the rest of the
All of them decrease. And imagine we had no honeybees now, no plants in the world. What happens to all our populations? The population is big, right? And that's a big environmental issue that we're actually like talking about in the class.